Welcome back to another episode. It's TICPodcast number 38. Where have I been? I have no idea myself. I am so sorry I've been disappearing lately. But I have big news, and that is the focus of today's episode. So let's get into it. First and foremost, Rip the Falcon number 5 is in production. It's taking a really long time to make because I have just been really busy with work, but no excuses. It's coming out soon. I made the teaser because I wanted to just say in a short video, I'm working on it. Like, don't go. And that's going to hopefully come out by the end of this year. So I'm aiming for the end of 2025. That's the goal. And it's a solid 5-minute runtime. So that's on the docket. That's step one. But I've really wanted to kind of figure out what is the new chapter in TIC Studios LLC. And I've said for years that I wanted to do more than Rip the Falcon, and I finally have a plan for that. So allow me to introduce and unveil 2 new characters. On my Facebook posts, I posted them on the chat, but I have 2 series, one aimed at teens and the other one aimed at kids. So I have a character named Slide Frog, who I made a short little YouTube video on YouTube Shorts of him doing some jumping around parkour stuff. And he's a bio-mutant frog who basically wants to be the best Street Fighter character ever. Like, he wants to be the best at fighting video games, but he's an assassin. That is on the way. I got that character lined up. And it's inspired by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but with a little bit more emphasis on video games and pop culture and things like that. A lot more based on like entertainment. And then we have a new character, brand new character. His name is Jet Kit, and he's a helper robot, and he's the combination of Tails and Astro Boy, because I really love both characters, and I think they're really great characters in their own right, but also really good morals. They're good people and good kids. And I want to tell a family-friendly story about a boy robot who just wants to be normal. So those 2 are going to be the new shows after episode 5 of Rip the Falcon. Rip the Falcon episode 5 is actually the finale of season 1 of Rip the Falcon. The show is going to be 5 episodes long for season 1, and it's gonna give you a good, satisfying like season 1 finale. It's open-ended, but that's where it's like that's the mark where it starts to grow. And after I do that finale, that season 1 finale, it's not a series finale, it's season 1 finale. After I do that, I'm going to start rotating my shows. So I think what I'm going to do is rotate to Slide Frog, then Fox Kid, and then back to Rip the Falcon. And then that will be the new rotation, just like television shows back in the 90s. So I'll have a programming block, and in the future, I'm going to really try to start doing a live channel where it'll rotate all the content from Rip the Falcon that I've made over the last 5 years and make a playlist. And as more content comes out, I'll update that playlist. But I really want to make kind of like a radio channel or something, a live channel for TIC Studios. That way, if you're bored, you want to study, or you just want to have something in the background, you'll have Rip the Falcon as kind of like a cool little cartoon TV episode, you know? Season 1 is a total of 16 minutes, but I feel like every story has some depth to it, and I'm really proud of how I've grown as an artist, but also where I started too. And with all the skills that I learned with Rip the Falcon, I think that I can really apply that to my other 2 shows. I've been slowly learning techniques on things like lighting and shading and color theory. And it's all been self-taught. I haven't used a single YouTube video to really teach myself any of my art style. Mostly when I have used anything, it's been books and comics. So, I'm feeling pretty happy about the way my art style developed. It feels like my own art style instead of some YouTubers. And bringing that energy, TIC Studios LLC is all about being gritty and being energized and just, very loose and free. And even though I'm doing family-friendly entertainment, like I'm doing a show for teens and I'm doing a show for kids, they're still going to feel like early Nickelodeon. Something out of like Snick or, the early days of Nicktoons. And, I want to capture that energy of just being chaotic and loose and being almost not necessarily counterculture, but just, it's an energy, I really like the old 90s programming because it was energetic, it was chaotic, it was fun, it was loose, and that's what I'm all about. I think this next year, 2026, is going to be a reboot for TIC Studios LLC. I'm not going to retcon anything, but I'm going to really start focusing on making a block and a network. And this is something I've been alluding to since I started the company. And I'm finally at a point where everything is coming together. All my shows are copywritten. Everything is actually legit and legal. And I feel like I have a really solid fan base and a really solid ground from what I've built so far. So going forward, it's just going to get better and better and better. And, I've had to grow up myself. I moved into my apartment again. I live in my own place after like 5 years of living with roommates. So it's starting over for me as well. So it's going to be a lot more stable once I get into a rhythm. And once I get Rip the Falcon episode 5 done, I think the whole company, TIC Studios LLC, is going to elevate into not just a YouTube channel, but like an actual program. So everybody, I hope you've stuck around. If you're new, please join. I love everybody who supports me, and I'm so proud of the fans and the work that I've made. I will always cherish everything that has come from TIC Studios. So this is a quick podcast. I just wanted to give everybody kind of like an update on what's going on. And I know it's been a long journey with Rip the Falcon 5. I realize it's been a year and a half since the last episode. But, I had a lot of struggles. I had to really look for work and look for a house. So it's been challenging, but I'm not trying to make excuses. It's coming. It's coming hopefully by the end of this year. And once that happens, we're going to have a whole new bag. It's going to be awesome. So thanks everybody for sticking around, and stay cool and stay badass.